What's up guys, C2113 here, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing the Samsung S Pen Pro. Alright guys, so what we got here is going to be the S Pen Pro. Now I got this when I pre-ordered my Galaxy Z Fold 3 direct from Samsung, so I didn't pay anything additional for it. It was included, I guess you could say, with the trade-in credit. But normally these go for $100. So first, let's establish, what's the benefit of the S Pen Pro over the S Pen Fold Edition? Well, the benefit is that it can work on both the Fold and other devices that take your standard S Pen. With just the flip of a switch, it changes both the frequency it operates at and the spring mechanism. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. So I'm gonna just pull out my information first. I got some little pamphlets here. Discover Samsung, blah, 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 whatever. Here is the S Pen Pro. Now, I don't know if you can see already by the size of this box, but this thing is a lot larger than the S Pen Fold Edition. But still, I think there's a chance that I might actually carry this around. Maybe not on me, but in a bag. Just because now that I have the Galaxy Book Pro 360, I want to have an S Pen that can work cross-platform, both on my Z Fold 3 and on my laptop. So let's see what we got. So here it is. Again, size comparison, you can see it's much larger. It includes the carrying case and the S Pen. And you can see the S Pen has the same style tip as the S Pen Fold Edition. So that nice little rounded tip, which I know some people might not like because of slightly decreased precision, but I don't really notice it, to be honest. And for me, I don't actually draw a whole lot. I'm not a good artist at all. So the main thing I use the S Pen for is taking notes and navigating small little menus and things when I want to use a touchscreen. So that's what I use the S Pen for. And for that, I'm not really complaining. Oh, another thing. So if you notice, the button on the S Pen Pro is on the flat side, just like it is with the Fold Edition, only it has a little bit of a raised bump, which is nice because it helps you identify where it is. If we take a look at the S Pen that came with the Galaxy Book Pro 360, you'll see that the button is mysteriously located on the round side. And so as a result, your muscle memory of finding the flat side of the pen, finding the button, and going to town using it for an eraser or whatever else you're doing is completely disrupted when you pick up the S Pen for the Book Pro 360 and you're suddenly doing that and you're wondering, why is the button not working? And you have to think, oh wait, this is the other pen, and then rotate it around and grab this. So honestly, I really like this placement. And even though it is raised, it's only just enough so that you can feel it. I doubt you would even feel like, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't even stop the pen from sitting flat on its flat side. So honestly, I'm all for this. And Samsung, please, I really appreciate that you guys shipped the pen with the Book Pro 360, but why does the button have to be on this side when it could just be on the flat side, when that's what you do for the Fold Edition and the S Pen Pro? Please, just whatever decision you go with, just unify it so that they're all the same. If you decide that you want to put it on the round side and not the flat side, then just do that. But if you want my opinion, I'd say putting it on the flat side makes a lot more sense because you'll always be able to find it. If it's on the round side, there's a lot of round to this pen, right? So you're gonna have to roll it around and try and find it, especially if it's one of the flat style ones. Whereas if it's on the flat side, basically you only have to locate it along the length of the pen, and that's relatively quick to do. Whereas with the round side, you'd have to feel almost the whole circumference of the pen before you could locate the button. So I think the flat side makes sense, and Samsung, if you just unify your design and just standardize it amongst all your S Pens, I think that's the way to go if it's an S Pen that has a flat side to it. But now, we've got a variety of S Pens in front of us. Now we got to test these things out. So let me go ahead and open up my Fold here, and I'll grab the Book Pro 360. I'm going to flip this screen around. All right. And I'll open up a new Samsung Note. So here we go. We got the Book Pro 360 there. We got my Z Fold 3. So we'll take a look at this switch. It's currently set to standard S Pen mode. Let me see. So I think the only thing that switch is actually doing is changing the frequency, because it's still spring loaded. So even with the switch in S Pen mode, standard S Pen mode, it's still spring loaded. So I think all it's doing, yeah, it's definitely just changing the frequency. So we'll take a look here, and you can see it's working just fine. If I turn it to standard S Pen mode, it's giving me the same error message that you get if you use an S Pen from any other Note series phone or tab device. So it's just changing the frequency. Now let's take a look here how it works on the Galaxy Book Pro. So you can see I'm able to do my standard selections. I can open stuff. I can interact with things on the display. Let's see here. I'm gonna open up Samsung Notes. Okay, here we are in a new note. Let's take a look. I can draw just fine. Let's check palm rejection. Seems just fine. And let's check that button. Now, the other thing is, I haven't even paired this thing for the additional air actions and that sort of thing yet, but you can see I just pushed the button and it just showed me on my Z Fold 3 a little pop-up. So you can see a new device has been detected. So now I have the option to connect and have those air actions on my Z Fold 3. So we'll flip this to Z Fold mode and we'll hit connect and we'll see what happens here. So it's now indicating the battery of this thing is only at 20%. So if you read this, it says connect your S Pen. Press the pen button on your S Pen to connect it to your phone. If that doesn't work, press and hold the connection button for 3 seconds until the LED starts blinking. Then tap connect in the pop-up that appears on your phone or tablet. So that's pretty standard. So that's nice because again, you have the option of your air actions and that sort of thing. Switch seamlessly. So I'm gonna turn this around so I can read it. It says, once your S Pen Pro is paired with one device, it can instantly connect to any other supported phones or tablets signed into your Samsung account. To switch devices, just press the connection button on your S Pen and tap connect in the pop-up on your phone or tablet. Choose the right S Pen mode. Switch your S Pen to Z Fold mode when running on Galaxy Z Fold 3 devices. Use S Pen mode for all other phones and tablets. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So let's see if Air Actions works. Air Actions, here we go. Open apps, blah, blah, blah. Okay, got it. We will just, I already know how this stuff works since I've had the Note 9, right? So other than the swiping around stuff, let's see if this launches the camera. There we go. So you press and hold and you launch the camera. Press again, you take a picture. I really like that. Now, the only thing that I'm a little curious on is this still gonna be an issue if I go to use the button when I'm switching back to, let's say, the Book Pro 360 and it's still paired with my phone? Is it gonna launch the camera? Let's find out. So let's go back to standard S Pen mode. You can see I'm still drawing. And, yeah, it's not letting me, oh, there we go. So, try this again. Okay. So it is actually working. And you saw, even when I was holding down the eraser button here, it's not launching the camera. But if I raise it off the digitizer, let's see. Yes. So it actually launches the camera as long as it's not interacting with the digitizer here. So I could see this being a little bit of an issue just because if I'm, let's say, you know, it happens, you'll mistakenly be drawing something, go to erase something, but your pen's not quite close enough to the digitizer yet to be detected. And if I go to then press the button, it just snapped a picture over here. But if I'm down here, it works as just the eraser. So I wonder if there was a way to just turn that off. But all you can see at the end here is your USB-C port. So I don't really see a way to turn this thing off. But you know what? This isn't the end of the world because again, this is still a pen I can use on both devices. And I'm excited about that. Now, Samsung, if you gave me the option to completely disable the air actions thing, because honestly, guys, for me, I could take it or leave it with the air actions. About the only time I remember it being kind of nice was I was taking a picture for Christmas with my family, and I set up the phone. I had my Note 9. I set it up somewhere, propped it up, and then I stepped back, and we were all in frame, and I was able to take the picture with the S Pen. That's literally the only time I've ever used the air actions, aside from maybe a couple times I was holding my phone very precariously and I wanted to take pictures without disturbing the screen and shaking the phone. But otherwise, I pretty much never use the air actions. Certainly, I've never had an inclination or desire to have the wave around and wand features, you know what I mean? So for me, I really just need the S Pen and the digitizer ability, which works without any battery whatsoever. So honestly, Samsung, I just kind of feel bad that this thing is so expensive, and I wish that you guys would sell one that was just a passive pen, didn't have the air actions, and you can make it cheaper, right? Because $100 for the pen, that's pretty expensive. If you can remove all that Bluetooth tech and just give me an S Pen that changes between Z Fold mode and standard S Pen mode, I would totally be on board. Because again, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think the Galaxy Book Pro 360 has the air actions capability. So I'm not even gonna get the full experience with this pen without having, like, let's say a Tab S7 Plus or a Tab S7 or something like that. So for me, it makes more sense to just have the passive pen. So honestly, I might just rock this thing totally dead so that it doesn't automatically activate the wireless pairing mode and all that stuff. And it'll just work like a standard S Pen, and I can switch between the two modes. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I don't have a lot for you. I just wanted to give you guys a video on this because, well, hey, it's interesting. And it's interesting to have a pen that can work cross-platform, especially since the Fold has that delicate display. And having two S Pens for, two devices that you're going to carry around all the time, to me, is kind of annoying. And so if I could have one S Pen that does both, that's what I want. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. So if you're interested in checking out this S Pen, I'll leave a link below to Amazon. I think it's in stock now, but I know when I ordered my Z Fold 3, that's for sure, it was not in stock on Amazon. So if that changes, the link will be there and you can keep checking back. But if you like the video, be sure to give me a like. If you have any questions, comments, your own experiences with your S Pen Pro and your Z Fold, your Galaxy Book Pro 360, or a Tab device, and you have some tips and tricks or maybe some advice for me and everyone else, maybe there's a way that I'm not understanding to avoid that cross-pairing issue, by all means, leave that in the comments below, because I and everyone else, I'm sure, will be very interested to hear about that. And as always, if you want to see more, don't forget to get subscribed.